So in this video, I'm just going to cover some of the revision booklet 1B higher tier questions. I'll do the first page on here. So the first question is write 0.0056 in standard form. So standard form is always between numbers 1 and 10, not including 10, times by 10 to the power of a number. So it's going to be 5.6 times 10 to the power of, and it's 1, 2, 3 to the power of minus 3, because we're actually going back 3. The number's becoming smaller. So the next question then, write in standard form the value of 3 times 10 to the power of 5 times by 4 times 10 to the power of minus 3. So, with this sort of question, we multiply the base numbers, so 3 and 4, which becomes 12, times by 10 to the power of, and we add the indices, so 5 add minus 3 is 2. However, standard form is between 1 and 10, times 10 to the power of a number. So that's going to be 1.2 times 10 to the power of 3. And that's the answer. The next question then, question 2. Write each of these numbers in standard form. So I'll write them down for you. 45,000 in standard form. So that's going to be 4.5 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. And also 0.0023, which is going to be 2.3 times 10 to the power of minus 1, 2, 3, minus 3. Question 3 is, in a test, Jane was asked to write the answer to 20 multiplied by 490 in standard form. She wrote 9,800 as her answer. Explain carefully why this was marked incorrect and give the expected answer. Well, the answer is as simple as she didn't write in standard form, which is what they've asked for. The numerical answer is correct, but it's not in standard form. So, the question was 20 multiplied by 490, and we were supposed to give an appropriate answer in standard form. So 20 times by 490 is 9,800, but that's not standard form. So standard form would be 9.8 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3. 10 to the power of 3. Question 4 is, find the value of 4.6 times 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 2 times 10 to the power of minus 4. So I'll write that down. So we've got 4.6 times 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 2 times 10 to the power of minus 4. So we divide the two base numbers, which is going to be 2.3 times 10 to the power of, and we take away the indices. So minus 6 take away minus 4 is actually going to be a plus then, isn't it? So it's going to be 2.3 times 10 to the power of minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So 2.3 times 10 to the power of minus 2. So question 5 is arrange the following in ascending order. Ascending means from smallest to largest. And the four numbers are 3 times 10 to the power of 4, 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4, 10 squared times 10 to the power of 5, and 10 to the power of 0. So I wrote the numbers here, and the easiest way to write them from smallest to largest is to work out what they actually are. So 3 times 10 to the power of 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 30,000. 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4 is 0.003. 10 squared times 10 to the power of 5 is 10 to the power of 7, which is 1 and 7 zeros. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10 to the power of 0 is 1, because anything to the power of 0 is just 1. Now in ascending order, 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4 is the smallest. So smallest. Then 10 to the power of 0. Then 3 times 10 to the power of 4. And then finally 10 squared times 10 to the power of 5 is the largest. So question 6 asked us to find in standard form the value of 2.7 times 10 to the power of 10 divided by 6,000. So what I would do is replace 6,000 with 6 times 10 to the power of 3 and then start the question from there. And I wrote that here. So same again though as the prior questions, we would divide the base numbers and then subtract, because we're dividing, we subtract the indices. So 2.7 divided by 6 is quite a difficult question. So 2.7, so I do the bus stop method. So that's going to be 0 carry the 2 and 4 with 3 remainder and then 5. So 2.7 divided by 6 is 0.45. So it's going to be 0.45 times 10 to the power of, and the indices subtracted leave us with 7. But standard form doesn't allow for this base number to be anything below 1. So we'd have to take times this by 10 by taking a 10 off this number of the indices. So it's going to be 4.5 times 10 to the power of 6 instead of 0.45, which is actually the incorrect standard form. So question B is 4.5 times 10 to the power of minus 2 times by 3 times 10 to the power of minus 3. And the way we do this is we multiply the base numbers and then add the indices because we're multiplying. So 4.5 times 3, I would do this the grid method way, just to be sure. 3 times 4 is 12, half of 3 is 1.5, added together is 13.5. Times 10 to the power of, and then we add the indices. Minus 2 plus minus 3 is actually minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 5. But because we've got 13.5, we have to change this to a number between 1 and 10, not including 10. So this is going to be 1.35 times 10 to the power of minus 4. It's a little bit tricky with the indices, but we just have to make sure we're vigilant about that in the question.